Okay, part two. So today's video is about Brooke Wentz. Is that her name, Brooke Wentz? Yeah, from Entrepreneur and her experience with her interview. So let's go down to the vocabulary, and we'll start with number one, high corporate. Obviously, this is with a large corporation or a large company. If you're referring to them as like a high, obviously, if you're referring to anything as like being high, then it's going to be a very large or very important or very successful thing. So in this case, it's a high corporate job that she's talking about. Number two, forthright, which is to be frank or straight to the point, or very direct or outspoken. A lot of times when you are in the workplace, people don't have time for any kind of language that is too polite or just kind of, trying to have small talk. A lot of people in the workplace prefer to be forthright. Number three, to color something. In this case, they're talking about to give something a special character. This is not that common of an idiom, but it's one of those things that you kind of understand through the context, that she's referring to something as in like being very special. Next is upfront, which is to be very straightforward and frank again. Sometimes if somebody is asking you, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And they're very kind of like shy about asking. And maybe they're a little bit insecure about it or sensitive because they feel like there might be something wrong, but they're not sure and they need some advice from you. And if you want to be very honest with them, you can say, well, let me be upfront with you. This is wrong, or this needs to be fixed. Number five, forthcoming, to be candid and willing to cooperate. Basically, to be, it's like you are ready and willing to work on something. If you have like a forthcoming, or if you have to be forthcoming to finish a certain job. Last, number six, to get a read on somebody or a person. I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but when we talk about being able to read somebody, you're trying to understand their personality. Sometimes we talk about this, for example, when you're playing cards like poker, and people have a really good poker face, you can't read them. The same goes for if you are interviewing somebody for the workplace and you don't know what they're like. They're not that clear, so you feel like you can't read them. And then other people that are very clear in their communication or in their intentions, you feel like you can get a good read on them. So it's basically how you understand somebody or their personality or their intentions. And that's our vocabulary today.